What's up, guys? It's April 21st, 2025. I hope everyone had a nice Easter weekend, had a good 3 days off. I want to give a quick shout out to all the members, all the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys tuning in and asking me questions. One of the members asked if we could start focusing on market cycle resets. So the next couple of videos, I'm going to talk about when the market cycle resets, and we hope we can help her out. So market cycle reset, we talk about it a lot. It's part of how I trade because that's how we can find the like 1.2s. So they're pretty important. The market cycle is breakout, and then so breakout is a sudden move in one direction. Then we have the channel phase, which starts when the first opposite bar is printed. Sudden move in one direction. Bar 9 is the first opposite bar. Then we have a trading range when the other side. For me, I do it any leg past leg 2. That increases, so leg 3, leg 4, leg 5. That increases the probabilities, trading range behavior. Or if we can't count our legs, we have a bear macro channel against a bull macro channel. Both sides are now making money, and that is the textbook definition of a trading range. Both sides are making money. So just to use today's price action to put a label on it, here's a breakout, here's an opposite bar, here's when both sides are making money. So breakout, channel, trading range. Today was an interesting day because we had a trend day. This was a rare day. The first touch of the EMA sold off, so that's great. But we have so price action is fractal, right? What's happening on the bigger time frames happen on the smaller time frames, and we can use that to our advantage. So let's talk about the daily 15-minute. Daily chart, market cycle. From the market cycle perspective, here's the range. So the range is the last phase of the market cycle, and then it breaks out. So now we're getting the reset here. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. This is the leg 4. It ended up being a higher low. Bear sold off, big rally. So now what is that? Bears made money, bulls made money. Trading range behavior. Bulls want to get the breakout above the EMA here, but it fails and it starts to sell. First touch of the EMA is usually a good sell. This bar has a big tail on it, so bulls were willing to buy low, but not high. And you can see that here with this inside bar. Then it rallies back into the EMA and sells off. I was looking at this chart and I see an expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. So we'll see what happens with tomorrow's bar. Look at the 15-minute. So right away, I'm looking at this as a breakout. Then we have a channel phase. It ends up being 2 legs, and there's obviously a leg within there. So there could be 2, 3 legs. Trading range behavior, sideways price action. Bears made money here, bulls made money there. Here's the range lows, and we get a breakout that produces a gap. So that's good for the bears because it shows us that bulls were buying here. They had limit orders set here, and it pushed right through their entry, and now they're trapped. They never got out at 50% unless they're willing to hold down here. Leg 1, there's a tail right there, so pull back. Leg 2, pull back. Leg 3. This is the 15-minute chart, but this tail right here is an opposite bar in a smaller time frame, so that could be the start of the channel phase. Leg 1, pull back. Leg 2, pull back. Leg 3. What happens after leg 2, leg 3? The probabilities for sideways price action go up, which is trading range behavior, and now that's what we see here. Here's the swing low. Here's the swing high. Bulls wanted to get above the breakout point, but failed. Ended up selling off, breakout. Now we have a leg 1, pull back, leg 2. But from this perspective, here's the breakout. Here's the trading range, and here's today's breakout down here. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, and look what happened. It went sideways and rallied. That's leg 3 trading range behavior. So yeah, that's the market cycle. This is 15-minute chart. Really nice bars, all bear bars for about 2 hours. 2-legged pullback ends up being a second leg trap. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2, sells off, and then they get this leg strong enough for its own second leg, and then we go sideways and rally. Let's talk about the 5-minute chart now. So we have that breakout. We just saw this on the 15-minute time frame. So we're breaking out of this range. Market cycle is resetting with bars 1, 2, and 3. Bar 1 is a bear bar closing around just below its midpoint, but it has a tail of trading range behavior. Bar 2 has a big tail closing above its midpoint, so there's more bullish price action than bearish price action or bearish pressure within this bar. Bar 3 is an inside bar closing on its low, but it's an inside bar, so that means you can get out of shorts and just wait for a breakout because it could reverse. If you're looking to get long, I understand what you're thinking, but price action is showing us that bears are willing to sell lower. So this is the gap down, and they're still selling lower. when I'm looking to see if there's a gap, I'm going to be reading these numbers up here. So see how I hover with the bar over here. So the low, I'm going to read this L, and then I just read the last four numbers. So the low of here is 46.25. The high of bar 3 is 46.25. So this is a zero height gap. That's an equal. That means the low of this is equal to the high of bar 3. There's no gap there. Bar 4, it's a bull bar. It has more trading range behavior than trending behavior, so it's a pullback. Then we see bar 5 closing on slow, bar 6 closing on slow, and bar 7 closing just below its midpoint. And now that's good for the bearish because that makes a gap. That shows us that bulls tried to buy the low of bar 4, hoping that we were going to reverse or get a trading range, and ends up trapping them. A gap takes 3 bars to make, so here we have one gap, takes 3 bars, and then we have 6, 7, 8, makes another gap right here. So now we have 2 gaps. 2 gaps at the open means that's trending behavior. That doesn't necessarily mean short lows, but the market is directional in this case to downside, where it's a bear regime. We're below the 45-minute EMA. We're collecting many bars below the normal EMA, the 5-minute EMA. Bar 7, follow through. Bar 8, small bull bar closing on its high, but it's more of a pullback. It's more of a first reversal for these 4 bars. And then we have bar 10 closing on its low. This produces another gap, but this is a bull bar. We want the best gaps are bear, 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 or bull, bull, bull. Here we have bull, bear, bear. That's okay. And we're in that third leg, and we see sideways price action. So it's fractal, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. We're going sideways. On a smaller time frame, this is the trading range. On this time frame, it's just a pullback. Bulls get the breakout, bar 15, 16, 17, 18. 15 closing on slow, 16 closing on slow, and then follow through with 17, 18. But we can see tail, so we know there's two-sided trading. We know that between here, here, and here, and bar 9. Two-sided trading, bar 20, first reverse is another reversal, first reversal for these 5 bear bars. And then we can see continuation with 21, pullback, two-legged pullback for the bulls, 22. 23 is a bear bar closing on slow, 24 as well. This could be a zero height gap or there's no gap there. And then we see bar 20, excuse me, where was I just at? I'm in a small trade right now, so I'm just peeking on the right side. We'll see if it passes. I saw this as a strong leg, broke out, so I bought the high right here, and then I'm going for 1R of that leg up there. So we'll see if it works out. Okay, back to the trade. Anyways, so market cycle could be on a smaller time frame. It's resetting with a breakout. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back. Oh, excuse me. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. And what do we talk about after the third leg? Trade range behavior. And look at that pullback. Now the bulls are getting a pullback. 22, bear bar closing on slow. 23 bear bar closing on slow. 24 bear bar closing on slow. 25 bear bar closing on slow. 3 bear bars closing on slow, strong for a second leg down, and then you see that here. But now the bear momentum is waning. We have a lot of legs down. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, pull back, leg 4, pull back, leg 5. A pullback is coming. 30 bars below the EMA, and look at bar 30. It's very small. Bears had about 15 or about 10 minutes to make a new low below 28, and they couldn't. And now finally, bulls get a micro channel here. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2. Look at 34 and 36. That's a pullback to a pullback. So here is an entire pullback. But 34 is also a pullback. So we have leg 1, pullback, leg 2. Second leg trap is very common in trading ranges. 39 is testing the low of 24. I had a limit order set to get short right here, and it rallied into my order and reversed. I never got filled. And I saw the market just tank right into my take profit. And I was like, wow, that would have been a really clean trade. By one tick, I didn't get filled on 39. But it is what it is. Still had a profitable day. So we have a two-legged rally into the EMA. This is resetting the market cycle on a smaller time frame because we break out with bar 40, 41, 42, 43. I want to talk about this real quick. Here is a gap. So we know bulls tried to buy here. They got trapped. Here is another gap. We know bulls tried to buy here and they get trapped because that's the swing low. The best they can get is a trading range, so they're buying low. They get trapped. Look at these 3 bars, 40, 41, and 42. This is a 3-bar bear macro channel with a gap. And then look at the tail on 43. It breaks 42's high. So this is the second leg. You could also say this is a new leg. So yeah, I just said the same thing. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2. this leg could be breaking out of here and it resets the count. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Now we have sideways behavior. It's taking a longer time for bears to get a new low. You see how the pullback was very shallow, then it got a little bit bigger, then it got bigger, then it's about this is actually bigger than that. But nonetheless, when you see this rally, you got to think the trading range is coming soon. So trading range behavior, bears are getting markets going more sideways and up or down, and then finally breakout 50, 51, 52. 52 is a bear bar closing on slow, shallow pullback, shown to get second leg down, but I wouldn't be willing to short this low in the range. I'd have limit orders set a little bit higher. I actually didn't, but if I was going to get short, I wouldn't be shorting down here because it's very low in the range in a third leg. An overall third leg, that is. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. So you see how, okay, now let's keep going. I'll talk about what I was about to say at the end. There was a power outage today. I filmed this entire thing, and right before I was done, the computer turned off and it corrupted the file. So 3 legs down, and now bulls get a rally, 2-legged rally again, second leg trap, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, into the EMA, sells off. But bears fail to make a new low, leg 1, pull back, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Bears fail to make a new low, 66. Now bulls are getting a breakout, 66, 67, 68. And this is a form of a market cycle reset because it's breaking above the EMA. But look how many times it took 1 attempt, 2 attempts, and on the 3rd attempt, they finally broke above the EMA. Gets a rally, no gap. So you know it's a weak rally because bears are not getting trapped. And then we have 72 being a first reversal for these 5 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars, 72 is actually a good buy. Bears that shorted this never had a chance to make money. Bulls made 1 more quickly, and now we finally get that gap on 74 right here. So bears had a limit order set there, and then bang, they get gapped and they get trapped. So a gap shows trap traders. In this case, it's trap bears trying to short the swing high here. 75 bull bar closing around its midpoint, and then let me see something. So 76 went 1 tick below 75. It's showing us a trend line break. So now we have a leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, climactic rally into the close, and bulls actually get the close on above the EMA, which is not good for the bears because with this type of sell-off, you would expect bears to be able to get the close below the EMA, but the overnight session is actually rallying really good too. So now let's talk about, I'm gonna do market cycle and the measured moves. I'll try and keep these around 20 minutes long. I don't want to take too much of everyone's time. I'm drawing squares around here because I want to show you guys how the price action is fractal. Because these are all trading ranges that break out and the leg count reset, and then somewhat over here. I'm going to drag this more that way. Okay, so on the 5-minute chart, you guys saw the overall 3 legs. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. And then reset, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Smaller time frame breaks out, leg 1, pull back, 2, pull back, leg 3. Trading range, smaller time frame breaks out. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Smaller time frame breaks out, but to the upside. Market cycle reset, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Now let's look at the 1-minute chart. I see how it's actually a trading range. Those pullbacks that were bearish, those bearish pullbacks that we were shorting, was just a trading range, and the market cycle is resetting on a smaller time frame. Multiple legs down. Bears make money, bulls make money. So breakout, market cycle reset. And then overall, bigger picture is 3 legs down. So leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. And on the 3rd leg, it's trading range behavior. Instead of getting the bearish breakout, bulls actually got the breakout and the leg count reset again. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, climactic rally. I want to show you guys something actually back to the 5-minute. So over here, I'm gonna delete these boxes. Over here, we have bears making money, sells off, and then bulls making money. Trading range behavior, leg 3. On a higher time frame, maybe the 45-minute chart, this setup is pretty much what happened today. This entire setup is this entire chart. So here, bears make money, bulls make money. Bears make money, bulls make money. Bulls want to get the rally now to complete the trading range up here. Bears want to keep this gap open and sell off. So let's just see the 45 minute. See? Big depth. There's my money. Bulls made money. This is how we can start to piece together the trader's imagination. And it'll make sense. If you study it and talk about it a lot over and over again, your mind will just start to combine the charts. Let's go over the measure moves. So I'm going to do bar 2 to bar 1 because this is trading range behavior and get the breakout. So I'm going to measure the high and low, go for a measure move. For this measure move, I'm trading a leg. So I'm going to measure the leg and put it above the pullback, bar 9. And that's meant 1-to-1. But then again, look, trading range behavior gets the breakout. So I'm going to measure the higher the trading range and the low of the trading range. And then you guys see how I'm doing. If it's trading range, I'm measuring the high and low. If it's a leg, I measure the leg, so right there, and I put it above the pullback. If it's a 20, 21 is the pullback. 1-to-1's met, a small profit taking bar 27. And then we have another leg down here. Today was a really good day for the bears. I didn't get to capitalize on all of it because I'm a limit order trader, but I was still profitable today, so that's what counts. This was a risky trade. I didn't take it. I was very hesitant, but it would work 1-to-1 because there's so many sellouts. I was just like, I'd rather get short later in the day than force a long. But in this particular situation, it worked. Now we have another trading range, low of 30, high of 29. Breaks out, and 1-to-1 is met to the tick right down here, and then so that's interesting. And then we have a late leg down here. I don't think 1-to-1's gonna be met, but we're just gonna do it. Yeah, 1-to-1's not met, so that should let you know the bear trend is getting weaker. From the bull side, another 3 bars here. 1-to-1's met, and then again, this was an entire trading range, so we can measure the high here to the low there. And that was met. I'm gonna delete that one so it stays clean. We have another leg here, and this is a leg, so I'm gonna measure from the bottom of the pullback. 1-to-1's met, and if you're trading past bar 72, you're either really profitable or chasing, trying to get profitable for the day. So for this entire week, we're gonna be focusing on the market cycle and continuing market cycle resets until kind of makes more sense. And I think, yeah, we'll just kind of bounce like that. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate your time. Thank you to all the new members and subscribers. I appreciate the question you guys asked me. I hope you guys are learning. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. Ask me in the Discord. Do not hesitate. I trade second legs, and yeah, I'll get more into that later. And people have been asking about my setup, so I'll probably make a special video for that down the line. Anyways, guys, thank you for your time. I apologize for the late post. Right when I got home, I was making the video. Someone hit a power line or something right down the street from me, and the power went out. So you guys have a good one. Thank you, everyone. I will talk to you tomorrow. Be safe, trade smart, use your stop loss. And yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. If you learned something, share the show. Don't be a hoe. Thank you. Bye.